Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my review for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon Season 2, Episode 4. And it was a good episode, don't get me wrong, but there were some things in this episode that I didn't like. And if you guys have watched my reviews in the past, you would know I'm a very positive person when it comes to The Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead. It's my favorite show ever by far. It's not even close. I really love the spin-offs. I'm not trying to be negative at all, but I just have to be honest with you guys when I do these reviews. This episode was good, but there were some things that bothered me. And the first thing that bothered me was the fact that they killed off Isabel the way that they did. I really did not like it. And there is an aspect of it that I like, right? And it's the reality of the cruelness of this world, right? I think that's one thing that I can take away from that, as a positive, where I'm like, wait, this show is brutal, right? This world, this Walking Dead world that we watch is absolutely brutal. It's insane, right? And the fact that Daryl didn't really get a proper goodbye, like he got to say goodbye, but it wasn't what I would have wanted if, I could have written Isabel's death, right? I would have done something way different. But in the end, it was very brutal and very cruel. And I think seeing Daryl go through something like that again, it sucks, man. You hate to see it for sure. And you could see it in his face and in his eyes when he was looking at her. He's very hurt from this for sure. You can see it. And I mean, yeah, it's hard. It's sad, man. One of the things I did love about this episode, though, was the reunion scene with Daryl and Carol. Once again, they killed it. Melissa McBride and Norman Reedus do have fantastic chemistry, and yeah, it was a beautiful scene. It was an honestly gorgeous, beautiful scene. I loved it, and their acting was great. And it's awesome to see them back together. I love the feeling of seeing Daryl and Carol back on the screen together. It does feel really, really great, right? And I also just loved some of the shots, some of the cinematography in this episode when Carol and Daryl are just running away from the nest while Janae is taking over the nest. And some of those shots were beautiful. This episode looked great. That's one thing, I will say about this episode. The freaking cinematography and just the sets, the atmosphere, absolutely incredible. It was really great. They did a great job with that. Like the production of this episode was massive, right? Um, but yeah, just Daryl's goodbye to Isabel, it stunk to me. I hated it, and I'm just not a fan of it, honestly. Seeing Janae take over the nest, that was okay, right? That was decent, whatever. Um, but honestly, I also just love some of the scenes of Carol and Daryl just walking around. I think that was also really cool. It definitely reminded me of the old Walking Dead days a lot. And that was something that I really wanted to see, man. It was really, really exciting to see that just because it does remind me of the old Walking Dead a lot. Seeing Daryl and Carol out in the woods, just kind of talking. Oh, another thing that I really didn't like that bothered me was when Daryl said, "You said someone came back. Who came back?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, who is it? Who is it?" And she says, "It wasn't a person. It was the feeling. So I had to get out of there." And I was like, "Oh, are you serious?" That really aggravated me bad, dude, cuz they knew what they were doing when they, had Carol on the radio in season 1 of Daryl Dixon. And we've been waiting this whole time to see if Carol was going to talk about Rick with Daryl or what was happening. And she said it's a feeling that came back. Like that drove me crazy. I did not like that. Carol and Daryl meeting these old people in the woods that Laurent ran into and stuff like that. That's fine. I didn't mind this stuff. It was cool. The final little shootout with Janae, that was pretty awesome. Oh yeah, Janae's death scene, absolutely incredible. That was incredible. That was awesome. It was freaky. It was scary, dude. It was like one of the more brutal deaths that I've seen. The way she was just like exploding from the inside out, like it was nasty, but I loved it, right? It was incredible. Also, we got to see the little gift that Judith gave to Daryl. She gave it to Carol and said, "Give this to Daryl." Obviously, that's awesome to see any sort of connections to the original show, right? I mean, that's incredible. It feels great to have that connection still and those links back to the original series and those characters that we love and adore. So I would definitely say that that was a positive dynamic in this episode, just being able to see Carol and Daryl together again. But yeah, there were just a few things that I just couldn't stand. Isabel's death, didn't really like it. Like I said, the one dynamic of Isabel's death I liked was the reality, right, of this world, and it just kind of crashed down on Daryl, and it's like, wait, you're never safe, right? And that's one thing. It's kind of similar to like Carl's death in a way, right? Where it was just the reality of the environment, the reality of the world we live in is brutal, and it doesn't care about you at all. You're just never safe, right? That's one aspect of Isabel's death that I think is decent. But overall, the decision to kill her is what I'm mostly talking about, guys. It aggravated me. I don't know. It just made me a little bit upset. And like I said, it was just a feeling. It wasn't a person. That is insane. That is really bad. I really did not like that. It really bothered me. But overall, guys, Janae's death at the end was incredible. The sneak peek for episode 5 looks really good. I think overall, Daryl Dixon is headed in a good direction. I do like the environment and just what they've done with this whole, France thing and all that. It's definitely interesting. I'm still into the show, obviously, a lot. I love the show. It's not like a deal breaker or anything. I wasn't trying to be too negative in this episode. It's just I was so looking forward to figuring out what was going on and who came back and to see how these dynamics would work and stuff. And obviously with Isabel dying and everything, I don't know, man. This episode definitely, I would say, has a little bit of a sour taste for me. I don't know. It wasn't the best, but it definitely wasn't the worst. It was still a very good episode. It's just those moments really bug me, man. So, anyways, on a scale from 1 to 10, guys, I'm going to give it like a 7.5. I don't hate it. I don't think it was terrible. The cinematography, the atmosphere, I would give it a 10 out of 10. But those decisions really bug me. They really do. And this is the lowest rating I've ever given to a Walking Dead product on this channel. It's the lowest rating I've ever given. And I think that it deserves it, honestly. I think a 7.5 is fair. It's good, but it's not great. But those moments really hurt it. If Isabel lived and Carol said Rick came back or something like that, I mean, or maybe some other person, I don't know, that we didn't know, anything like that, I would have given this episode like probably a 9 out of 10, to be honest. But those two decisions bothered the heck out of me, man. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. I really appreciate all the love and all the support. It really means the world to me, honestly. You guys are the best, and we're really close to 1,000 subs. So be sure to share and subscribe, drop a comment, and please drop a like, guys. Dropping a like really helps me grow. So if you guys haven't yet, stop what you're doing, drop a like. It means the world to me, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm going to have a video coming out soon about the ones who live, and I know it's been a little while since we've talked about the ones who live, and we're right in the middle of Daryl Dixon, and it might not be the best time to do that, but there's an idea that I had for the ones who live for a season 2, and I really wanted to go over that with you guys, or maybe the continuation of Rick and Michonne's story, and I think it would be really fun to talk about. So that's gonna do it, guys. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Stay tuned for some new videos this week. I'm going to post a few videos this week, so thank you guys so much for all the love and the support. I will see you in the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there in the crazy world, man. I love you guys. Peace out.